Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Post Market Report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. What a volatile market. And every day since the February series started, markets were volatile. But today it is the peak of volatility, we can say. Just look at last Friday. Bank Nifty shot up 1000 points from intraday low to intraday high. Then what happened on Monday? From intraday high to low, it fell 1000 points. And today, from intraday low to intraday high, shot up 1000 points. So the Bank Nifty is making 1000 point move on almost day-to-day basis. And today, it fell 100 point, then shot up 700 point, then fell again 600 point, then shot up 900 points, then fell 400 point. It was going through all over the places. In fact, this reminds me of a share called GameStop in US. So retail people understood that some institutions heavily shorted the stock. So they decided to punish the institutions. So all the retail people through a social group called Reddit, so they circulated the message and everybody started buying. Then, the stock used to gap up 50%, 60%, 80%, 100%. And then what happens when the price goes higher, some other set of people used to come and short, or the people holding the share, they used to sell it. Then, so on certain days it will gap up 50%, 80%. On some other days it will gap down 50%, 80%. So the stock price was too volatile, it was going all over the places. And now our Bank Nifty remains me exactly the same. No matter how much markets try to recover, HDFC Bank is still totally disappointing. In just last 2 months, forget about last 2 months, even last 1 month, and HDFC Bank has fallen more than 15%, but Reliance has shot up nearly 15%. And today, Reliance Industries has become the largest market cap company. So I think the market cap of Reliance has shot up more than 20 lakh crore. So soon Reliance Industries may be number one index heavyweight, overtaking the HDFC Bank. So HDFC Bank has become the very good friend of the bears. From 1750 it has fallen below 1400 and is struggling to close above 1400. But other banks like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, among the private sector banks, Axis Bank and ICICI Bank are the two strong banks. And Kotak Bank, Kotak Bank has given zero return, I think, in last 4 or 5 years also. So anyway, Kotak Bank has never been a bullish stock. So today markets were too volatile. The FII data is still not there, but some good things. Number one, Nifty closed significantly higher, more than 100 point nearly. That is one thing. Second thing, every day there was a huge selling in public sector stocks like BHEL, NHPC, ONGC, like that. But today there was no selling. And in fact, Hindalco has fallen more than 10%, and because of some subsidiary news, Novelis. So that's why it has fallen more than 10% in the morning itself. So because of that, the metal index is in red. So except metal index, all other sectoral indices were in green, mid cap, small cap. So everything was in green today. So that is something good. The next one is that India VIX. Morning though it was higher, so later when the market stabilized, when the markets moved higher, so the India VIX also fell. And US markets now waiting for the key inflation data, but already last time the data was revised downward, so there is no reason to worry much. Anyway, if the inflation data is good, then there is a hope of a rate cut. But anyway, Fed chairman has already announced that there may not be a rate cut in March. So even if inflation is higher, the markets may not react violently. So that's because anyway, they are not expecting any rate cut in March. So today we have to see how FIIs have done. Yesterday FIIs were net buyers, DAs were net buyers, and yesterday the inflation data came better than expected in India. IIP data also came better than expected, but still today markets fell so much. So intraday volatility, it is still continuing, making intraday trades too difficult. And today is a fin Nifty expiry, so I have seen most of the people making losses. And tomorrow will be the bank Nifty, so we need to see where it is going to close. The premiums were ultra high. And tomorrow is the bank Nifty expiry. The option premiums are very high because the bank index is moving like 1,000 point every day. So naturally the premiums will be very, very high. Looking at the open interest, so there was a huge unwinding in call options and there is a huge addition of put options. I think markets are becoming bullish. Huge open interest added at 21,700, 21,600 and 21,500, and there was a unwinding of call options 21,500, 600, 700 like that. Okay, so looking at the open interest, Nifty is likely to take support at 21,700 for next two trading sessions. But however, nothing can be said because US markets are waiting for US key inflation data. So if the inflation data is favorable and then markets are good, so then we can expect some uptick tomorrow. In US market, this is the very, very key data, and after this NVIDIA results on 21st February. So these are the two key events for this month in US markets. So anyway, in another half an hour time, the data will come in US. So our market is likely to be more volatile for the next two trading sessions. But however, one consolation is that markets are just moving very violently, but between 21,500 and 22,000. So the rest we will discuss tomorrow morning. Hope you enjoyed listening to this audio. Thank you for listening.